Joe Biden is back at it again, sounding just like Newt Gingrich and Bob Dole. He's a right-winger. He's a conservative Republican. I don't know if the people know that. That's why I didn't vote for him. I'm not voting for a puppet of Wall Street who's a warmonger. Not doing that anymore. You can keep doing it. I'm not. Joe Biden said, my dad used to say, Joey, I don't expect the government to solve my problems, but I expect it to understand my problems. I don't give a shit if the government understands my problems. I want the government to solve my problems. That's why you have a government. You come together as a group of people to solve problems you can't solve by yourself. You know how Wall Street can't solve their problems, so they have to go to the government to get trillions of dollars? So when you shut down someone's business and nobody can make any money, that's a problem you caused. So you should solve it. People are looking for you to solve the problem, Joe. In case you didn't know it, you didn't just run to be president's suggestion maker. This is amazing. Watch the next paragraph. He says, folks out there aren't looking for a handout. They just need help. They're in trouble through no fault of their own, and they need us to understand. We don't need you to understand. We need a stimulus check. We need Medicare for all and a UBI right now. That's what people need, Joe. I know you're not going to understand it because you're a demented walking death rattle that was shoved down our throat, and nobody in the corporate media has the balls to call you out for being demented. And you are. You know how I know you're demented? Nobody's going to do a video about me saying you're demented. Hey, Joe, did your dad tell you to expect the government to steal from you? Because that's what's happening. Relief during a pandemic is not the government solving problems. It's them upholding an agreement, Joe. Hey, did your dad tell you we pay taxes every year to give money to Wall Street? Because is that why we do that? Did your dad tell you that, Joe? Do you see the right-wing framing on this? Folks aren't there looking for a handout. You just gave $5 trillion to the richest people in the world, Joe. And you're still using Ronald Reagan terminology, handouts? God damn it. The unemployment crisis is a true national emergency. The incompetent criminals ruling the United States are about to push millions of Americans off a terrifying financial cliff. That's from The Intercept. The incompetent criminals ruling the United States are about to push millions of Americans off a cliff. Hey, look, thousands of cars form lines to collect food in Texas. You know, my dad always told me, Joe, a national emergency is like a box of chocolates. I'm demented. You know the thing. Thousands of cars form lines to collect food in Texas. Thousands of cars form lines to collect food in Texas. And you know what? When I see a headline like that, I stop giving a shit about what Joe Biden's dad thinks. I can't keep doing this. Small business owners are giving up. Congress is deadlocked on COVID relief, but it just came together to fund the Pentagon for $740 billion. Just like that. And the progressives didn't even vote against it. Only 37 Democrats voted against it. So that means 63 members of the Progressive Caucus voted for it. Joe Biden went from help is on the way to Americans don't want help in 3 days. In 3 days. So by January, I'm going to guess Joe Biden's going to come full circle and start telling people to vote for Trump again. Jim Earl says, your dad was a moron. What is the point of a government understanding a problem the folks have without trying to solve it? And why do you even bring up the word handout when it should have been retired to the insulting cliche bin with welfare queen? Or in the words of the great George Carlin, my daddy said, fuck your daddy. Folks aren't looking for a handout unless they're for Biden's inauguration and you make them tax deductible. Who's looking for a handout? Joe Biden is. Joe Biden's team will accept donations of up to $500,000 from corporations for his inauguration. My dad always told me, Joey, if you're looking for a handout, get into government. Go in politics. You looking for a handout, Joey? My dad always told me, you want a handout? Get into politics. So when they need money, they tell us chip in. This is literally what they're telling us. This is Joe Biden. Here's the deal. Because President Trump refuses to concede and is delaying the transitions, we have to fund it ourselves, and we need your help. Can you chip in to help fund the Biden-Harris transition? Wow. Here. Now, when you need help, Dad says, what do you guys want, a handout? Isn't that amazing? Adolph Reed Jr. once remarked that liberals don't really believe in politics anymore, just in, quote, bearing witness to suffering. I think about that a lot. They have found that witnessing suffering pairs well with champagne at brunch. Look at this. You want to see something? My new shirts came in. This is the Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. This is them trying to act like they're bad. These warmongering corporate tools who are crushing regular people. She put regular people in jail. He put exploded the prison population while making people in bankruptcy screwed. That's who these people are. Do you know what they look like? They look like undercover cops. 'Cause they are. Extremely funny that this swing and a miss at Epic Lip Merch put them on the album with Bombs Over Baghdad with absolute zero irony. Wow. Hey, here's Blue MAGA. They got Blue MAGA hats. I'm not kidding. You made America great already simply by firing and evicting Trump from our White House. Get your Biden Blue MAGA hat now. Biden made America great already because he is sending Trump to prison. Hats are on Amazon. Hashtag 45 transition to prison. Hashtag Biden Harris hats. Wow. That's a great bar to set for Joe Biden. Congrats, you won. Now you don't need to do anything. Why don't we just appoint a king at this point? This language is so important. If Joe Biden can infuse his administration and our politics with his innate sense of mutual regard, respect, and understanding, he will have accomplished something great for this country. That's David Axelrod.
And understanding.
He's talking about passion. Jesus Christ. If he can tweet nicely as he screws you as hard as you've ever been screwed with a red, white, and blue dick in your ass, that's all we need from a guy who's another millionaire.
You know, and he says this language is so important. Why it's important is it's just lip service.
Because it's just lip service.
That's all it is.
That's right. Hey, congrats. You voted for Joe Biden, you fucking suckers, and I didn't. Go fuck yourselves. Hey, everybody, this is the part where I tell you where all our live shows are, but there aren't any. And then this is why I tell you to join our premium program and get extra content, but nobody's got a fucking job. So just enjoy the video.